Agreed, BA. They really went after quality looks and shot the ball with confidence.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for LeBron James.
Anytime they needed a bucket, they'd put the ball in his hands and say, go make a play. It was impressive to watch.
Connect. Pass to Finney-Smith. Hachimura outside. Just 5 on the clock. Out to James. Counted from distance. And the Lakers lead by 19.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
Vincent passes to Finney-Smith. Here's Connect. Back to Finney-Smith. Pass to Vincent. Let's go with a 3. It's rebounded by Şengün. Smith against James. So we see the Lakers taking the W here. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, BA. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game.
Allie, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Richard Jefferson.
Starting group. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the small forward. And for the Rockets, at the guard positions, Van Vliet and Green. Thompson is out there with Alperen Şengün. And it's Brooks in at the 3 spot. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Gray.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Here's Van Vliet. Goes back up. Here's Şengün. Nails the baby hook.
Hard work on the offensive glass. You can see the coaching staff rise up and clap for that effort.
And Fred VanVleet is going to pick up a foul.
Personal foul.
That's his first foul.
Team foul.
And so here is Oklahoma City. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Holmgren. Stolen by Thompson.
And great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy two if the defense wasn't there. Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Following the basket by Fred VanVleet. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. The Rockets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. The shot by Thompson, no good. It's Dort on the wing. Brooks covering. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Holmgren. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
And with his movement skills, Thompson routinely catches defenders out of position.
And so he hits both. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Pass to Hartenstein. And here is Holmgren. And Fred VanVleet is going to pick up a foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Cam Whitmore, he's checked in for Houston. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Green. That's his first foul.
And still early in the period, and they're only 1 foul away from being over the limit.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 6. Here's Hartenstein. Şengün covering. And he converts the layup.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side. But when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. People in the know how good of a defender he is.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin, I caught up with Coach Ime Udoka. He said SGA has this special ability to lull a defender into a slower pace and then suddenly make a quick move that leaves everybody just standing there. Coach feels the attention has to be on him. He wants to force somebody else to beat them. Guys?
Thank you, David. Shots good by Green.
And once Green gets inside, he has the body control to adjust to the defender there and finish.
Hartenstein passes to Holmgren. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. And the jump by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. After Jalen Green's miss.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space, just clanked it.
Thompson sets the pick for Brooks. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
The game now all time. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second bucket.
You have a guard like Gilgeous-Alexander that fights inside. It can add some spunk to your team.
Green against Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Brooks. Over Williams. Back to Green. Pass to Whitmore. Green deciding where to go with it. The shot by Thompson, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Offensive rebound. On the wing, Williams. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Dort misses. Brooks outside. Here's Şengün. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. It's a tie game here in Houston. And the second quarter about to... And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
The post pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. Then it's Tari Eason. Then there's Whitmore, and it's Holiday in at the point. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets.
Well, at 6'6", SGA absolutely has the size to get up there and throw it down.
The wide open look here for Holiday. Knocks down the three ball. Holiday's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Plays it up and banks it in.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Nice shot by Smith.
Supreme confidence. Smith really stretches the floor with his ability to shoot.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
To the middle, here's Smith over Wiggins. And it's Smith that time on the assist by Whitmore.
And this is why you let Smith work inside. He's adept at knowing how to finish in traffic.
Wiggins outside, from outside the arc. Sinks the triple.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now here's Holiday. Here's Smith. Nice pass. Right under the rack perfectly for the layup. Smith's got the game tied up here for the Rockets. Driving to the basket. Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill.
Amen Thompson, he's checked in for the Rockets. Red Van Vliet comes in for Aaron Holiday. And then for Oklahoma City, Hartenstein's checked in for Williams. And it's Dort in for Isaiah Joe. Now here's Şengün over Hartenstein. Misses off the left iron. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Thompson against Dort. Here's Wiggins. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And I like how unselfish Dort was on that play, freely giving it away rather than trying to chase down something for himself.
Van Vliet passes to Şengün. Thunder with the rebound. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Wiggins kicks to Dort.
2 minutes.
And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. That one misses.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Şengün passes to Eason. Back to Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
To the right side. Down low, Gilgeous-Alexander. That one is good again. He's 6 straight from the floor with the basket.
He's making plays all over the floor. Gilgeous-Alexander will not be stopped.
Smith with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Van Vliet finds Smith, and the dunk by Smith.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the lead up to 3 now for the Thunder. Smith with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Van Vliet passes to Şengün. Shoots the 3. And that's good. Fred Van Vliet for 3. Van Vliet's got 5 points so far.
And you have to appreciate the confidence. Van Vliet wastes no time shooting the rock when he is in that groove.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. Now Dort. Pass to Caruso. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot before second violation. Houston making some changes. Brooks comes in for Tari Eason. And Jalen Green subbed in for Alperen Şengün. Then for the Thunder, Holmgren comes in for Aaron Wiggins. And it's Williams in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Caruso against Van Vliet. Outside, Green. A miss that time. Would have put him up. So a tie game here as we finish the first half. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas.
27. The Thunder, 27.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
So the Thunder 5 right now. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things. Oh!
Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Back to Van Vliet. Fires from way outside. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Dort finds Hartenstein. To the inside. Holmgren gets the bucket. Holmgren's got his first points in this one.
And looking to get stronger, Holmgren fights through the bump. Tons of time for him to grow into that frame.
Şengün passes to Thompson. Houston moving the ball around. Brooks misses. The Thunder with the lead. And man, is this team on a roll right now offensively, Greg. So fun to watch.
They're playing with so much confidence, which is why they're tearing it up on this hill.
Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. 90 seconds now into the second half. On the wing, Brooks. Back to Van Vliet. Outside, Green. Pass to Van Vliet. Brooks with no one around. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Brooks has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Holmgren gets the bucket. And the Thunder lead by 1.
And once Holmgren gets the ball in there, he can finish in so many ways.
Brooks for 3. Thunder with the rebound. Hartenstein's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Dort. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Dort.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
And here's Brooks from outside. It's good from long range. Brooks has got 6 points in the quarter.
Oh, spacing the floor. Brooks is comfortable shooting it from deep.
Double team on Gilgeous-Alexander. For 3, Holmgren. The Rockets pull it in. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Knocked away and stolen by Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander against Thompson. And there's Gilgeous-Alexander. That's good on the assist by Williams.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
seems to be nobody standing in his way, no roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Houston making a switch here. Eason's checked in, and Oklahoma City also making a switch. Caruso's checked in. Williams finds Hartenstein. Here's Dort beyond the arc. Şengün with the rebound. Şengün's got 7 rebounds in the game. Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
Green, the pass to Thompson. Here's Eason. And here is Van Vliet. Pass to Green. A 3. It's rebounded by Hartenstein.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Eason, another miss by Houston. And it's Williams with the ball for Oklahoma City. A 2-point game. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 on the clock. Here's Williams. Great tee that time from Green. The Rockets shooting 41% for the game. Pass to Şengün. Caruso with the steal. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. That one, no good. Good D by Thompson. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Şengün kicks to Thompson. Şengün with a screen on George. Easton passes to Thompson. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Here's Dort. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Thunder lead by... How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. At the guard positions, Van Vliet and Green. The post pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. And it's Eason in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Smith surveying the D. And here's Green outside. It's good, the assist that time from Smith.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Just much sharper out there. You can see guys getting in tune. It's not about playing harder. Sometimes it's just about playing smarter.
For 3, Van Vliet. Rebound by Williams. Van Vliet's gone 2 for 5 tonight. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Jalen Green.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Thunder.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
They've also put an emphasis on driving inside in this game. The defense hasn't been able to stop them from finding those gaps.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Williams. And he makes good on the layup. Williams has got the lead up to 6 now for the Thunder.
Hey, guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
He was all alone on that one.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the 3-point line.
Here's Van Vliet. And the layup's good off the glass.
And unafraid to challenge the heart of this defense. Van Vliet's a strong finisher for his size.
It's Dort on the wing, covered by Smith. Wiggins against Van Vliet. Williams scanning the floor. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. Drills it from outside. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 here in this quarter. Outside, Green. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
No fear in the eyes of Green. Willing and ready to take the big shot for his team.
Catching up in the changes for Houston. Amen Thompson comes in for Jabari Smith. And it's Dylan Brooks in for Tari Eason. And a switcher also for Oklahoma City. Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for Wiggins.
Even double team. He had the vision to see the open man.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Van Vliet. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. It's 2-on-1. Here's Williams. And Williams slams it in.
Gilgeous-Alexander's nothing if not a creator. He can make that pass in his sleep.
Van Vliet against Gilgeous-Alexander. From deep, Brooks. Thunder with the rebound. Ball's not loose. It's stolen by Green. Takes it inside. Pass to Van Vliet. That one falls. 9 points for Fred Van Vliet.
And how about the leadership there from Van Vliet? Ready to put this team on his back and give them that crucial bucket.
Dort kicks to Holmgren. Dort passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Connects from three-point range. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 29 in the game.
And that's just cold. Tenacious on the attack. Thompson is fantastic at finding lanes to the basket.
And that one misses. The Thunder lead by 4. 1:09 left to play in the final quarter. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Brooks, the pass to Shangu. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Third personal foul. Third team.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And the second of 2 is good. That narrows the lead down to just 3.
If he hits all of those, they're feeling a lot more comfortable. But now, still a one-possession game.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Here's Dort. Offensive rebound.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. The Rockets with another miss. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. Pass to Hartenstein. Over in the corner, Dort. Now, here's Holmgren. Just 4 to shoot. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Dort. That 3 off the mark. And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Turning here to our analysts. What factors, guys, come to your mind?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Don't force something up. You got to be smart here. As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
So a close game sees Oklahoma.
But anything could happen in the NBA, Grant.
That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
And so let's take a look at the starters for the Denver Nuggets. Porter Jr. and Gordon make up the forwards. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Jokic in at the 5, roaming the paint. Van Vliet against Murray. Rebounded by Denver. Now Jokic. Şengün with a steal. And here we go, the Rockets in transition. And it's hammered home by Green.
And that's just outstanding work in transition. Green, knowing where he needs to get to in these spots.
And it's Murray off the drive. Good D by Şengün.
Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Here's Thompson. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Thompson passes to Şengün. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start. And here's Denver. 4-point game. Fires from the wing. And again, Denver no good.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Three-pointer, Brooks. Offensive rebound. Pass to Van Vliet. Jokic against Brooks. 6 to shoot. Tries again. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss. For Denver, they've gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. And coach, a 3-time league MVP, Nikola Jokic joining Moses Malone, Larry Bird, and Magic Johnson. What a list.
Yeah, that's not a bad list at all, Brian. But what stands out beyond Jokic's skill set is the consistency that he produces with every night.
Everybody around him instantly gets better when they play with Jokic.
They love playing.
And you see the tight handles from Thompson. He can break defenders down in pick and roll, ISO, you name it.
Murray passes to Jokic. The shot no good. Good D by Şengün. Pass to Thompson. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Now Brooks. Thompson scanning the floor. Launches a 3. Rebound by the Nuggets. Gordon on the wing, defended by Thompson. Now here's Gordon.
2 minutes.
To the inside. Stolen by Thompson. Here's the break. Jumps up. And it's hammered home by Green.
And this guy can just fly. Green lifts off and slams it down.
Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Şengün.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Left side, Green. Takes a 3. Drops in the 3. Green's got 7.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Jokic finds Porter. And that won't fall for him. He's 0 for 2. Houston leading by 8. Will stand in the highly competitive West. The Denver Nuggets continue to distinguish themselves.
Well, Brian, they are unquestionably a top team in their conference, and they're proof that smart front office decisions and patience really pays off in the long run.
That one falls.
It's almost too easy for Jokic inside. His size and soft touch make short work of the shot.
Up top, Thompson. That 3's off the mark. Nuggets trail by 9. Outside, Murray. Out to the wing. Gordon on the wing. Clock at 6. Pass to Brown. Murray with it. From the arc. Rebounded by Green. Here's Thompson. Fires for 3. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. He has 7.
A confident shot from Amen. I mean, when he trusts his J, Thompson is that much more difficult to check. I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
It's his first trip to the line.
For the Nuggets, Michael Porter Jr.
Porter hits them both. 7 seconds left in the first. Back to Holiday. Here's Easton. And so it's Houston ending the quarter up 10. Their defensive efforts have paid off. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Houston?
Well, they're playing with great pace, pushing the ball up the floor and attacking before the defense can get set.
Yeah, on top of that, they've been resourceful defensively, generating scoring opportunities by forcing turnovers.
Smith and Şengün play together in the front court. Aaron Holiday out there with Cam Whitmore. And it's Eason in at the three, the small forward. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Here's Watson. Sinks the tray. Watson's got his first 3 points of the game.
And if the defense leaves a man open, Westbrook will find him. Russell's floor awareness helps him rack up the assist.
Smith outside. On the wing, Whitmore for three. And Russell Westbrook pulls it down. Nuggets trail by 7. Outside Watson. Back to Westbrook. Outside Porter. And the layup is good off the glass.
Smart play there by Porter. Working his way inside to find a reliable, close-range look.
Coach, after 3 back surgeries in 5 years, it is truly amazing that Michael Porter Jr. is still playing at all.
Yeah, it really is, Brian. And for him to get back to playing at the highest level, he has really stuck with it, and you've got to admire his mental and physical toughness. Tossing the pass to the interior, that's what you want to do. Get into the paint.
Smith with a screen on Westbrook. Holiday with the ball. He's picked up by Westbrook. And the basket by Holiday. And the Rockets lead by 5.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Westbrook can't hit. Houston has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. On the wing, Holiday. Plenty of space. Denver grabs the miss.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
Pass to Najee. Outside Watson. To the middle. Kicks it out to Westbrook. Just 3 to shoot. And it's Watson missing. Houston leading by 5. Eason, pass to Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though. Back to Šarić. To the wing, right side. Šarić, a screen on Smith.
2 minutes.
Outside for Porter.
2 minutes.
Pass to Najee from behind the arc. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 7 rebounds in the game. Şengün, a screen on Westbrook. Now Whitmore. Back to Smith. Outside Eason. Holiday looking for an opening. Late clock. Houston's got to hurry. Şengün, no good. Nuggets trail by 7. Here's Westbrook. And finished off by Westbrook.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
And finished off by Westbrook.
When it comes to attacking the lane, Westbrook is incredible. One of the best drivers in the league.
Outside Holiday. Smith with a screen on Westbrook. Holiday passes to Smith. He's off on the layup. If they play this right, they can go 2 for 1.
Yeah, they really have to work the clock right now.
And the basket by Westbrook.
They've closed the gap over the last few possessions, but can they push through and grab the lead?
Well, with all the momentum they built up, I don't see this run stopping anytime soon.
Back to Holiday. Smith outside. Screen by Eason. 19 seconds left in the first half of this game.
Relentless effort creates the second chance opportunity.
Kicks it out to Westbrook. And he hits it to tie the game. Westbrook's got 9 points now in the quarter. 8 seconds left in the first half. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Houston shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. The first one falls, and the Nuggets will go for a different look here. That one misses. Here's Brown over Green. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Rockets ahead, leading by 1. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Boy, you gotta like what Russell Westbrook has done in this game.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
On the court for Denver, Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. Brown and Porter Jr. are the 2 and the 3. And it's Murray in at the 1. Porter the pass to Gordon. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to be on Amin Thompson.
And Gordon's coaches and teammates like seeing him draw fouls, taking charge and forcing the defense to act.
Coach, it's interesting to watch the career path of Aaron Gordon. He's gone from one role in his previous stop, then he arrives to the Nuggets in a completely different role there.
Yeah, Brian, he's become more of a 3rd or 4th guy, and he's embraced the change. Everybody wants to be that number 1 or number 2 guy, but you gotta play a role to be a winner in this league.
And it's resulted in championships.
It sure has. That is a textbook lockout to secure the rebound.
Back to Green. On the wing, Brooks. Pass to Van Vliet. And here's Brooks. Shot clock at 5. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Yeah, just showcasing his athleticism. When Brooks gets open space around the rim, he looks to throw it down with authority.
Murray's shot is good.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
And stolen by Murray. Right side Porter. Up and over Brooks. Good work defensively by Brooks. And so it's Van Vliet with it. He brings it up for the Rockets. They held a 12-point lead earlier.
Thompson's vertical is impressive. I love seeing this young guard rise up and throw it down.
Pass to Porter. Thompson pulls it in. Houston leading by 6. Here's Van Vliet. Jokic grabs the board. Porter against Şengün. Gordon, the pass to Murray. Up top, Porter. 5 on the clock. Shoots from 12. Another miss by Porter. For Houston, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. Ooh, Green wanted those 2. And the there's a bevy of young talent in the NBA right now. Who are you most excited to see grow into a star, Stan?
Well, what I'm really excited about, Brian, is to see which of these young talents becomes true stars, transformative guys. Certainly, Chet Holmgren and Wembanyama have already had this great rivalry. Scotty Barnes has become the next big point guard. We see Anthony Edwards, Paolo Banchero. There's a lot of guys that could be the guy, and it'll be fun to find out who actually develops into that player.
As the torch is passed, who's going to take the mantle? Van Vliet finds Brooks, and Jamal Murray picks up the foul. That's his first foul, and Houston making a change here. Eason's checked in. Russell Westbrook, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Back to Van Vliet, pass to Thompson. Van Vliet on the wing. Ooh, stolen by Murray. And here comes the break. The finish! Oh!
Wow!
Giving the crowd what they want. Westbrook leaps for the dunk with reckless abandon.
Van Vliet, the pass to Şengün. And here's Green from the arc. Look at Green, showing off his range.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
And this is how you execute through contact. Porter Jr. outworking the defense in style.
Pass to Green, beyond the arc. Jokic grabs the board.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
41 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. Porter gets the bucket.
Just an uncanny ability to make shots from the corner. Porter Jr. using his skill set.
Van Vliet outside. Thompson, a screen on Murray. Van Vliet, the pass to Thompson. And here we go, the Nuggets on the fast break. Green against Westbrook. On the wing, Murray. Westbrook taking his time here. Here's Jokic. Count it, and the foul. It's going to be on him in Thompson.
Making the most of that possession. Unwilling to give up on the play.
Denver shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. The free throw drops for Jokic. 7 seconds left in the third quarter. From downtown. That shot off. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Yeah, well, this is the diversification of positions in this league. Everyone does everything now.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Smith and Şengün play together in the front court. Cam Whitmore out there with Aaron Holiday. And it's Eason in at the 3. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Westbrook, the pass to Watson. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Man, the defender really went after him.
All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Rockets?
Well, look, you have to be able to count on energy and effort every night, and they're showing a lot of it with their transition buckets.
Another big factor for them has been their ability to get points off of turnovers. The easiest offense is created by good defense.
6 to shoot. Here's Easton. The rebound by Murray. Denver has gone 4 of 8 from 3, a nice percentage. Outside Watson. We're just over a minute into this final quarter play to take the lead, and he lays it in. And the Nuggets lead by 2.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
And Peyton Watson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Houston making some changes. Whitmore comes in for Williams, and Van Vliet is subbed in for Shepherd. Şengün, a screen on Murray. Van Vliet, the pass to Şengün. And a great assist by Van Vliet as that one goes. Van Vliet's got his 4th assist in this one. And so it's Westbrook who will bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. And just about a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Nails it. He's now 6 for 8 from the floor.
And once Westbrook finds his rhythm, good luck trying to stop him. So dominant at times.
Inside, here's Şengün. And it's Denver with a rebound.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
Down low. Brown passes to Watson. They kick it out to Murray. Pass to Watson. Ooh, it's stolen by Eason. Smith against Westbrook. Now here's Eason. It's Eason with the jam.
Yeah, so good to see Smith passing the ball like this, wanting to improve as a distributor in the NBA.
They kick it out to Murray. Screen by Watson. Murray with it. Guarded by Smith. Watson. Count it.
And you look at how they've come out in the second half. It's almost like night and day.
Yeah, you can see it in the hustle stats. These guys have come out with a different mindset and seem much more motivated here in the second half.
Van Vliet finds Şengün. Up top Whitmore. Van Vliet with it. Back to Eason.
2 minutes remaining.
Just 5 to shoot.
2 minutes.
To the paint. Goes back up. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Şengün's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Oh, that's a big bucket. Putting the offense on his shoulders right there.
A nice shot by Watson.
Nice execution by the offense, generating a good look.
Murray against Van Vliet. Pass to Smith. And a great assist by Van Vliet as that one goes.
This is huge for Smith's overall growth. Now, he wants to be a knockdown scorer in big-time spots.
Saric is screen on Smith. Watson passes to Saric. Murray scanning the floor. The Nuggets need to get one up. Here's Watson. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. Watson's got 9 points here in the second half. Şengün, the screen. And that one's good. Whitmore.
Athleticism showing through from Whitmore. He doesn't need much room at all to operate in close.
Murray passes to Watson. Back to Murray. Stolen by Van Vliet. Here's the break. Here's Whitmore. Pass to Eason. Here's Şengün. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. So for the Rockets, Thompson, he's checked in for Smith. Brooks comes in for Eason. And Green is subbed in for Whitmore. And it's out of bounds. Still Denver's ball.
Well, that's just a careless pass. He's lucky that was just deflected and not picked off.
Here's Brown. Left side Murray. Fires the three. He connects! Oh! An enormous three-pointer!
Oh, whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
There's 21 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Thompson. Oh, he nails it!
Love the control there from Thompson. I mean, showing poise on the pick and roll.
On the wing, Porter. Right wing. Şengün with a steal. And so the big win by Houston in a tight game. That was an
extra break, this might seem like a potential blowout, but anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the small forward. And so the Los Angeles Lakers get the first points of the ballgame. Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. Here's Holmgren. Misses the baby hook.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Williams with the steal. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. He's defended by Reeves. Hartenstein finds Holmgren. 6 to shoot. Lets it go. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Well, the ascension of Jalen Williams-Doris has been swift and very fun to watch.
Oh, absolutely, Kevin. He became very quickly in his second season a number 2 option and frankly borderline 1A option. And it's not just his offensive game, Kevin. This guy has become a stout defender. He's got the perfect NBA frame and he fits in personality-wise.
Here's Reeves after the made shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Reeves and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Lakers shooting their first free throws of the game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Doncic against Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Doncic against Gilgeous-Alexander. Lobbed up there for Hachimura. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Well, this is big-time wingspan and solid leaping ability. Hachimura, boy, what an option as an alley-oop target.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Los Angeles.
Now into the lineup, your winner, number 17.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Doncic. LeBron left side. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Oh, and he misses the dunk. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. A rebound by the Lakers.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game. Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
You know, it's inevitable that a player's physical abilities diminish over the course of a career. But the thing that stands out to me about LeBron James is that he never lost his insatiable drive to win. Guys, if anything, he's gotten stronger. And the Lakers have possession. The Thunder making the shot. Clock at 6. James looking around. A three-pointer off the mark. Thunder trailing by 3. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with J.J. Redick. He immediately mentioned that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, of course, is at the top of their scouting report. He told me the key to stopping SGA is defending without fouling. Easier said than done, but try to keep him off the free throw line. And try, emphasis on try, to make Shai a jump shooter. A very tall task. Guys?
Thanks, David. Connect, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Williams, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Aaron Wiggins comes in for Chet Holmgren. Isaiah Joe, he's checked in for Dort. And it's Alex Caruso in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Connect. And he gets the bucket.
Well, Connect is not just a shooter. He's got the strength to handle that interior contact.
Pass to Caruso. Wiggins kicks to Caruso. Oklahoma City moving it around. And they're on the break. Here's Connect. Finished off the break.
Well, that's just a good possession. Dorian Finney-Smith moving the ball. He's been working on that aspect of his game.
And here is Caruso. Now here's Wiggins. Over in the corner, Williams. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Wiggins. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Joe can't get it to go. Got a piece of it. Here's James. Missed inside. And so it's Los Angeles bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Lakers.
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
They've also done a really good job taking advantage of miscues. Their defense has been stifling in this one.
They've got Vincent, Jared Vanderbilt out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Connect, and it's Reeves in at the 2. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
Wound up shooting 85 from the line a season ago, which is an exceptional percentage.
And a new group in here for the Thunder. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Chet Holmgren comes in for Wiggins. Williams, he's checked in for Alex Caruso. And it's Dort in for Isaiah Joe. On the wing, Williams. Back to Hartenstein. And it goes down 2 points. Hartenstein's got 6.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Picked by Finney-Smith. 6 on the shot clock. And finished off by Finney-Smith.
Now, Dorian Finney-Smith has the ability athletically to finish near the cup, and he does so there.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Dort. Holmgren the pass to Dort. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander, defended by Vincent. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Doris, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander has a chance to go down as one of the greatest Canadian basketball players ever.
Kevin, that is a bold statement when you consider that the great Steve Nash, 2-time MVP and one of the best passers in the history of the game, is of Canadian descent. But this guy, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, is putting together quite the resume. Let's just hope he can sustain that stardom.
Reeves can't hit. Thunder trailing by 3. Dort kicks to Williams. Pass to Holmgren. Hartenstein with the screen on Hachimura. To the paint. Over in the corner, Dort. The Thunder with another miss. James finds Finney-Smith. A three-pointer, no good. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Count that bucket.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Now here's James. Still yet to score. LeBron galloping to the rack. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
And making it look easy. LeBron overwhelms the defense inside.
Holmgren the pass to Hartenstein. Now Holmgren. Back to Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And stolen by James. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. Doncic is checked in for Gabe Vincent. And then for Oklahoma City, Wiggins is checked in for Holmgren. And it's Alex Caruso in for Williams. A wide open look here for Caruso. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Doncic against Gilgeous-Alexander. LeBron James on the wing. James absorbing hits on the drop.
That's about power, that's about control, and that's about LeBron James and the ability to have touch inside.
Wiggins finds Hartenstein. And stolen by James. Poked away. Pass to Hachimura. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Sinks the three-pointer. Hachimura's got 8.
Well, the team has preached to Rui Hachimura to be aggressive on the offensive end. That is the decisive decision-making they're looking for.
On the wing, Wiggins. Back to Dort. Shot clock at 5. Here's Hartenstein. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And the Lakers making a change here. Hayes is checked in. Holmgren, he's checked in for the Thunder. Jalen Williams comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Greg, they're in a rhythm offensively, really cooking.
And the opposition looks helpless to stop them right now.
Caruso against Doncic. Forcing his way inside. Doncic.
Use your man as a shield to find a little daylight. Luka's so good in the pick-and-roll game.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Lakers leading by 7.
They can close out the quarter if they want to.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
Second team foul.
And here is Los Angeles now. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Doncic with it. LeBron right side. Takes the 3. No good that time. And that does it for the first half of play. Lakers lead by 7. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Los Angeles.
18. And please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fans half-court shot. Roll. They're measuring up the shot.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. One guy who's been getting it done is Rui Hachimura.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Here's who Mark Daigneault is going to put out there to start the second half. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the small forward spot. Here's Dort. Hits it from three-point range. Dort's got the first points of the second half up on the board for Oklahoma City. Now Doncic. Luka on the move. And it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander.
How about that? Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, a big-time defender, and sends that one back.
Back to Williams. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 5th assist in this one. One guy who now seems to be a perennial MVP candidate, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Doris. He is rocketing up the charts.
He is, Kevin. There's no doubt about it. He can consistently put 30 on you like it's absolutely nothing. He gives you everything else as well, including incredible leadership and great teammate skills.
Dort gets to Gilgeous-Alexander. By Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Can't get it to fall. Doncic dishes to LeBron. Back to Doncic. The tray. The triple. Doncic.
Fearless, as always. Doncic loves to fill it up from deep.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Kicks it out to LeBron. Off target with his three. Thunder trailing by 6. Here's Hartenstein, and he drops it in from the low post. Hartenstein's got 8 points.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can score it, so you have to respect it. That sets up his passing game. What a pretty delivery.
Doncic passes to Hayes. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Right side, Dort. Outside, Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Holmgren. Misses the three. Lakers leading by 4. James finds Doncic. Reeves against Williams. Reeves the pass to Hachimura. And now a fast break for the Thunder.
2 minutes remaining.
Pass to Hartenstein. Back to Dort. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Holmgren with it. 4 on the shot clock. Another shot. And Gilgeous-Alexander with the nice bucket inside. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second bucket of the game to go. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. The lead is 2. Outside, James. To the wing right side. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Holmgren.
Well, you know Rui wants to score it. He will not retreat in the face of some tough defense. Nicely done.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. And he's good on the second. 1:22 left in the third quarter. Here's Caruso. It's Williams, high post. Back to Caruso. And they're unable to get the time basket there. To the middle, and stolen by Caruso. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Williams finds Mitchell. It's rebounded by Doncic. Doncic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. On the wing, Doncic. 41 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Mitchell outside. Pass to Wallace. Caruso against Doncic. Wallace. It's good. This game is all even. Wallace has got himself on the board with 3 there. 17 seconds left to play here in the third. Mitchell against Doncic. And he trades.
2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
And even though, you know, you're thinking maybe we don't need...
Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
During that last break, Coach Mark Daigneault talked to his team. Now, with this game up for grabs, Coach told his guys to think positive. He said, "We know this game is ours, fellas. We've earned it. I need you to show me right now that you want this. Can they get it done? We'll see. Guys."
Thank you, David. In at forward for him, it's James and Hachimura. Gabe Vincent is out there with Connect. And it's Finney Smith in at the center, filling out the middle. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Stolen by Dort. The kick out to Williams. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Lakers shooting so far very efficient. All around, about 55%. Pass to Vincent. From the arc. Rebound by Williams. Oklahoma City's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game. And here is LeBron. And there's another turnover by the Lakers.
Oklahoma City ball.
The Thunder shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Outside Williams. And it's Hartenstein in the corner. Trying to find Gilgeous-Alexander. Gets it to him. Dort finds Holmgren. Here's Hartenstein. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams passes to Dort. Holmgren wide open. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Williams against LeBron. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. One on Holmgren.
Whacking James like the D does there is the right move. I mean, especially when you consider how strong he is.
Free throw drops for James. And Los Angeles with some changes. He's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Goodwin comes in for Connect. And it's Shake Milton in for Gabe Vincent.
Out in front now, although he left 1 point on the board right there.
Outside Williams. Holmgren kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Williams. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. And J.J. Redick is called timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately.
Let's go.
And the Lakers with some changes. Austin Reeves is checked in for Goodwin. And Doncic is subbed in for Shake Milton. Doncic outside. Hayes with the screen for Doncic. Back to Reeves. Up top, Doncic. They set the pick. 5 to shoot. Three-pointer. Thunder with the rebound. Hartenstein's got 6 rebounds in the game. Stolen by Reeves. One-on-one here. Hachimura, no good. The Thunder have gone just 1 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Hartenstein up top. James defending. Gilgeous-Alexander against Doncic. Holmgren can't hit.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point. That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Lets it go with the 3. And Holmgren pulls it down. Holmgren's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Oklahoma City trailing. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Dort. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. It's up a three. The basket is good on the assist from Williams. Williams has got 3 assists now in this one. Gilgeous-Alexander against Doncic. Inside, deflects the pass. Holmgren with the steal. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. Dort wide open. Knocked loose. Hartenstein passes to Holmgren. And here is Dort. Clock at 6. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. No good from outside. Los Angeles has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Dort. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Dort on the wing, Williams. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Nails the triple.
What a moment for Gilgeous-Alexander in the clutch. Yes, sir.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Doncic finds James. On the wing, Reeves. And here's Doncic from the arc. Misses the three.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now in terms of strategy here. Any thoughts?
And only one choice here. They need a three. I'm sure he's going to sub in all of his best shooters. Under 2 seconds remaining. It has to be a catch-and-shoot three if they hope to tie it.
So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take 8.
All right, David, thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg.
formidable squads going at it here.
You know, BA, looking to prove who is the one to beat in their conference. You love this elite level of competition. This is a chance to show who is the best in the West.
Here are the starters for Oklahoma City. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3. Brown passes to Gordon. Here's Jokic. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Pass to Dort. Jacks up a 3. Denver grabs the miss.
Yeah, no, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Outside Murray. Porter against Williams. Here's Brown. Dort with a steal. Down low. Here's Williams. Hartenstein with it. Inside. Gordon with a steal. In transition. Here they come. They kick it out to Murray. Porter against Williams. Murray passes to Porter. Shot clock at 6. And here's Gordon from the arc. Great D that time from Holmgren. And Williams has got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Out to the right wing. Pass to Dort. And here's Holmgren. Back to Dort. Now here's Williams. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. Offensive board. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Murray against Dort. Williams on the wing. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. And here's Denver. Looking for their first basket of the game. This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
Russell Westbrook, he's checked in for Denver. They kick it out to Murray. Back to Porter. It's tipped. The 3. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist.
How about that smooth shot from the arc for Porter? He's got such a confident release and deep range, too.
Dort. Jokic grabs the board. Denver leading by 5. Porter the pass to Gordon. Now Jokic. Pass to Porter. Hartenstein with it. He's picked up by Westbrook. To the middle. Here's Holmgren. Soft touch off the glass.
A beautiful finish through contact. That's the dog in Holmgren.
Porter looks it over. To the inside. They kick it out to Murray. And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's his first foul. Watson, he's checked in for the Nuggets. And Oklahoma City with a change here too. Caruso, he's checked in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gordon with the big finish.
It's never easy in the NBA, folks. I mean, great job by Gordon to just dismiss the contact and still score.
Clark, you look at Denver's lineups. They have a lot of size on this team.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's kind of the polar opposite of small ball, BA. I mean, with Jokic in the middle and a lot of length on the wings and in the backcourt, too, this is a growing trend in the league as I see it.
Grant, how about the rise of OKC in just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed?
Incredible, BA. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
So it's Denver now, following the bucket by the Thunder. Gordon outside. Here's Watson. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Thunder trail by 4. Outside, Williams. Off target from three-point range.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Kicks it out to Westbrook. Back to Watson. The 3 is up. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the first. Williams finds Caruso. Back to Williams. Ooh, stolen by Murray. Back come the Nuggets on the run. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Boy, Murray had his fingerprints all over that possession. It's huge when he makes these types of plays.
Williams in the post. And here's Caruso outside.
And
He gets it! Wow!
And just nails the 3.
And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. It's Denver up 3. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
Everything working for them inside so far, guys. Tons of high-quality shots that they're knocking down inside.
Another thing they're doing well early on is passing the ball, spreading it around the floor and feeding guys who are well set up to score.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going in the second. They've got Williams, Aaron Wiggins out there with Alex Caruso. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Joe in at the 2. Here's Saric, and Saric throws it down.
You know, in close, he's capable of hammering it down, and that's why you got to keep Saric away from the basket.
Outside, Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Puts the move on. Ooh, Shai showing no fear inside.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Knocked loose and stolen by Caruso. And up the court come the Thunder on the break. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
The skills of SGA, they're so unique. His ball handling, shooting, length. Not a lot of guys like Shai in the league.
And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kick ability.
Now you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Joe. Wiggins outside. Pass to Williams.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Murray's checked in. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Dort comes in for Joe. Kicks it out to Westbrook. Porter with it, hounded by Wiggins. Porter against Wiggins. He got a piece of it. They kick it out to Murray. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's going to be on Alex Caruso. And the elite bigs today can score posting and facing up, Clark. Can all those options make it hard to decide which way to attack?
Well, I agree with you there, and I think it's a good problem to have, quite honestly, B.A. I mean, that's also, I think, where coaching and analytics comes into play, trying to keep track of what approach is going to work best for you.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Caruso, right side. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. No good from outside. The Nuggets lead by 4. Dort with a steal. Here's Hartenstein. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Here's Saric. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy. Šarić has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Šarić doing a nice job slashing to the basket with real ease there at 6'10". He moves quite well.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Hartenstein, no good.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Here's Brown. He's guarded by Hartenstein. And here's Šarić for 3. And from the field after that one, 3 for 4 now.
Now that's confidence. Šarić says, in Dario I trust.
Hartenstein passes to Caruso. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Hartenstein. Pass to Caruso. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. They get it back. Here's Hartenstein. Outside for Dort, and it's going to be a 3-second call. A different look for Denver. Jokic is checked in for Šarić, and it's Watson in for Michael Porter. Holmgren, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Jalen Williams comes in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Murray, no good.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Pass to Hartenstein. Dort with it. There's 57 seconds left in the half. On the wing, Caruso. Inside. On the wing, Caruso. Dort outside. Lets it go from deep. The Thunder with another miss. Denver leading by 7. Outside Murray. Left side Watson. Back to Murray. Outside Watson. There's the 3. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist. Watson's got 5 points. Here's Williams. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Holmgren, the pass to Williams. And another miss by Oklahoma City. Here's Brown. And so it's the Denver Nuggets earning this break in the action, up 10. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
They're thinking about a shot.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books, one half to go. Well, you look at Dario Šarić, what a contribution.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Porter Jr. and Gordon make up the forwards. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Jokic in at the 5, down low. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
I love when Gilgeous-Alexander looks to score because it forces the defense to act.
Clark, it's been great to see the Nuggets as a perennial powerhouse these past few years.
Well, you know, that's what happens when you get a guy like Nikola Jokic. I mean, he's a game changer, and what a joy to watch. It took a long time for them to finally get to the place where they could win that first title, but usually teams don't become champions overnight. It's a process. Now everybody's scared of them.
Thunder trail by 10. Williams passes to Dort. Williams with it. Dort outside for 3. Another shot. Hartenstein. And there's the bucket. Staying with it that time. Offensive glass getting it done.
Offensive rebounding is all about wanting it. Fantastic effort there, leading to second chance points.
We know he can shoot from deep. Come on now, that's ridiculous range from Porter Jr.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. Here's Dort. Back to Holmgren. Williams on the wing. He's guarded by Porter. Holmgren, the pass to Dort. Clock is at 3. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside for Dort. The 3. Drains the triple.
And these are the shots this team wants Dort taking. He understands his role in this offense.
Pass to Gordon. Porter against Williams. Back to Porter. Gordon with a screen on Williams. Porter's shot is off.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
Hartenstein against Porter. Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
We've seen more than a few miscues from them tonight.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Back to Murray. To the paint. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. And they're running. Dort with it. Checked by Gordon. Here's Holmgren. Back to Dort. The 17-footer. Rebounded by Denver. They've led by as many as 11. Gordon, the pass to Porter. Back to Gordon. On the wing, Porter. He's got 6. They kick it out to Murray. On the wing, Porter. Sinks it from distance. Porter's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, the mechanics of Porter Jr.'s shot are just so efficient. Almost automatic. Hits the ball and puts it right up into the shooting pocket.
A chance here to catch up with Ali from the sideline.
A new day. The Spurs' Victor Wembanyama said a few years back it was more of a guards game, but now it's come back to a big men's game. We've got guys all around the league who do a lot of stuff despite being very tall. It's the way the game changes. You just have to adapt. Brian, the gauntlet has been thrown.
And I like it. Good stuff, Ali. Thank you. Clock at 6. Here's Williams. That shot missing. Good work defensively by Gordon. The Nuggets lead by 11. Pass to Jokic. Back to Porter. Here's Jokic. Williams defending. Free throw line jumper. Jokic, no good. And it's Dort with the ball for the Thunder. Grant, the Denver Nuggets have been on quite the run here in this window of time.
Yeah, B.A., it's all working for Denver in recent years. This is a well-constructed team that they play as a unit, and it makes it so difficult to try to get the best of it.
And there's the rejection. 4-3. Gordon pulls it in.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
They get the rebound. Jokic against Williams. Westbrook outside. Gordon outside. Murray for 3. They grab their own miss. Outside for Porter. Back to Jokic. Gordon outside. 3-pointer. Pass to Murray. Out to Gordon. To the left wing. For 3. Westbrook gets the 3 ball to go. Westbrook's got 5 now.
Russell Westbrook never lacks for confidence. And when he starts knocking down threes, he becomes impossible to guard.
Jokic finds Gordon. From deep. The shot won't fall.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And so it's the Denver. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. And Oklahoma City, looking at who they've got, Alex Caruso is out there with Aaron Wiggins. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Isaiah Joe. And it's Williams in at the 5. Pass to Westbrook. Here's Brown. The Nuggets need to get one up. Westbrook can't hit. Thunder trail by 14. Dort for 3. Westbrook with the rebound.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
Saric, the pass to Westbrook. Outside Murray. That's good. And so Westbrook with the assist.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Pass to Hartenstein to the middle. It's wide right, hits off the rim.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
And it's out of bounds. Still Denver's ball. Gordon, he's checked in for Watson. Murray for three. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Dort outside. Pass to Holmgren, beyond the arc. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That's his first foul of the game. Nikola Jokic is checked in for the Nuggets. Michael Porter comes in for Russell Westbrook. Gilgeous-Alexander against Murray. And Jamal Murray picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
A great job to establish position and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Gilgeous-Alexander. Strong finish by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, and Gilgeous-Alexander is a fighter. Someone that challenges the defense and bullies his way through contact.
The deep three from Murray. Over to the left wing. Outside Porter. Pass to Jokic. And stolen by Hartenstein. Williams passes to Dort. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein with a screen on Murray. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Jokic grabs the board. Jokic has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's Brown. Dort defending. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Denver.
Well, you know, for me, the passing has been fantastic all night. Everybody loves watching this style of basketball where the ball moves and players move. Coaches, fans, and even us broadcasters can appreciate that kind of action.
And I also have to praise them for their three-point shooting. They're showing a lot of confidence, letting them fly from deep.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. Man, was there a guy more fit to run that 2023 team than Murray?
I don't think so, Brian. I mean, think about what Murray did. After coming off an ACL injury, he leads them to the finals along with Jokic and the rest of his teammates, and he went off in every playoff series. Tough shots, clutch shots, timely shots. Incredible stuff by Jamal Murray.
From deep three-point land. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Tipped away and stolen by Williams. Holmgren finds Hartenstein. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He can't hit that time.
This has not been his best quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. He just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Nuggets.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And they got a lot of great solo efforts tonight, but probably none bigger than the performance for Michael Porter.
He was just everywhere for them on both ends, really, just showing a lot of aggressiveness and intensity.
And it's a completely new group here for the Nuggets. And Williams punches it home. There's 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Westbrook into the lane. Watson with it. Joe covering. Outside Watson. 2:05 on the shot clock. Pass to Najee. Launches a three. Joe grabs the miss. So it's Oklahoma City now. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth. Back to Wiggins from the arc. Rebounded by Russell Westbrook. Here's Pickett. And another miss by Denver. Misses the shot, so no problem for Denver as they get the win. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie.
straight like Travolta or the crease upon jeans. With Travolta, we was dancing like machines. A JB, cape up on his shoulders or the Mike Prince pulled about the holster. Same tree, it represent blackness from the passage. The past is alive and well, surprising like magic. The ultimate is classic. Now I ain't reinvent the wheel. I simply put some spinners on it and begin to peel. So many layers to my people, but we tend to feel as though the media presents us like we sent. And it's tragic, we the fabric of any field. We make a static from a static when we interfere. To be the leader.
Let's meet the visitors.
There'll be a lot of great ball movement tonight, RJ. These teams love sharing the wealth out there.
And you gotta love it, Kevin. As a player, it's always great to see a team functioning as a unit. Fans love to see everyone get involved.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. The 4 and the 5. It's Gordon and Jokic. Sharing the wing spots, it'll be Brown and Porter Jr. And it's Murray in at the 1 spot.
Ooh, put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. And so the Denver Nuggets get the first points in the ballgame. Doncic with the bucket.
And I love how Doncic reads the floor, varies his pace, and uses every trick in the bag to get where he wants to go. And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not what you want to leave open.
And it's sent back by Jokic. On the wing, Porter, covered by Hayes, and stolen by LeBron. A solo fast break. And it's connect. That time on the assist by Reed.
See, that's where he starts to beat you with his brain, the awareness of LeBron James. He gets the steal and knows exactly what to do with it.
Doncic with the steal. Jokic against LeBron. Doncic outside. LeBron with a screen on Murray. Floats it up for James. And the dunk by LeBron.
So unpredictable in pick and roll sets. James just taking what he sees and lets it open up.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You'll gladly take those.
Here's Reeves. Michael Porter making his last shot. Reeves outside. Just 5 on the clock. Lays it up off the glass.
And they've scored 7 times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
I know Reeves has been accused of hunting fouls before, Richard. Do you see that?
Oh, I don't know if it's all on Reeves. It's just the way the game is played. Great players learn how to put you in position to foul them. The goal of the game is to score, and if that's hunting fouls, then hunt away.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's James, and he drops in the way up off the glass. James has got his second basket of the game.
Powerful move by LeBron inside, not letting anything stop him from getting his shot.
The offensive rebound, Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for him.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
And Hayes throws it down.
And certain guys dictate the pace of the game. Doncic as much as anyone.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. On the wing, Porter. Back to Jokic. The shot from the low post is good.
He's so skilled on the interior. Jokic plays with so much force and leverage down low.
Doncic with it. Now guarded by Murray. Floats it up for James. Oh, that's offensive interference. Dorian Finney-Smith checked in for Connect. And Denver with a change here too. Russell Westbrook in for Christian Brown. Denver's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. For three, Murray, and the three ball is good. Murray's got a couple of threes now in the first for Denver.
The rhythm, the timing. When Murray is in sync, that pull-up jumper is a thing of beauty.
Hayes with the screen for Doncic. Pass to Reeves. The three. It's hauled in by Jokic.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Gordon kicks to Westbrook. Jokic with it to the paint. Here's Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
We all know Gordon isn't just going to lay it up. He's going for the throwdown every time.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. 23 seconds left here in the first quarter. James against Porter. It's good. James has got 6 points.
Okay, King James. Look, there is no stopping Bron when he gets on the bounce.
Jokic passes to Westbrook. No good on the three. James looking around. A good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Nuggets ahead. They're up by 2. After this break, we'll be back with the start of... And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness at attacking the paint, trying to hunt for those high percentage looks.
We've got Austin Reeves, Jared Vanderbilt out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. That's a good one. And it's Vincent in at the point. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
And you have to get Saric out of the paint. Once he's inside, he's ready to take it home.
Vanderbilt with the screen. Out to the wing. Goodwin with it. Porter's there. And it's Goodwin missing. Denver leading by 4. Here's Strother, right wing. There's a screen by Porter. Watson kicks to Westbrook. Here's Saric. Tries to the hoop. And slam dunk by Saric.
Such a gifted passer. Westbrook able to spot those openings and use them.
And something you see with the Lakers, they really trust their role players, don't they, Richard?
Yeah, LeBron does a great job of empowering his group. That's why he's top 5 in the league all time in assists. If you earn his trust, he will give you a ton of space to work. The Lakers know that they can only go as far as their great group of role players.
Lakers shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. Richard, we know how hard the game is to play, but I think we also know how hard the game is to officiate.
I agree, Kevin. I think the one thing about basketball is that it's constant movement. There are plays happening all around the referees. It's not like football where every 45 seconds you run another play. In 45 seconds, you could have had a different 5 or 6 possessions. That puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the referees. Total confidence. Westbrook doesn't think, he just shoots.
Here's LeBron. Whoa! James Strong flush off the drive.
And this is his game. He's not going to settle or try anything further away from the rim. He knows who he is.
And at 6'10", Porter is a threat to score inside, which is why the defense is trying to rough him up a bit.
And Porter drops them both. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Porter against James. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Porter against James. Now here's Porter. Tight defense on him. Taken away by Hayes. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. LeBron right to the finish.
Yo, watch out. LeBron James on the break. Honestly, I'm going to tell you the truth. Just get out of the way.
Stolen by Reeves. And here's the fast break. Porter against James. LeBron galloping to the rack. It's good. And now just a 4-point Denver lead.
When LeBron is being aggressive on offense, you got to make a change. You can't let him just have his way.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. That one's a miss. His third shot of the game. He's made one of them. LeBron against Westbrook. 1:33 left to play here in the half. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
And the Lakers making a change here. Doncic is checked in, and then for Denver. Jokic, he's checked in for Charlotte. And it's Peyton Watson in for Michael Porter.
Denver ball.
1:21 left now here in the second. Jokic with the screen on Doncic. And it's Murray with the jam.
And this is Murray at his best, probing inside and finding avenues to the basket using that athleticism.
Up top, Doncic. He's covered by Murray. And Doncic gets it to go.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Pass to Watson. To the inside. Jokic rising up.
Oh, Jokic with attitude there. Love it.
Lakers trail by 6. Hayes with the screen for Doncic. And he lays it straight in. Doncic has got 6 points.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
3-second difference between shot clock and game. Outside, James. Hayes down low. He's covered by Murray. Shot is good, and the Nugget lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Hayes.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Brown's shot is off. And here's Reeves outside. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Nuggets lead by 2. And a chance down. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
So out there for the Nuggets right now, sharing the wing spots, it'll be Brown and Porter Jr. Before in the 5. It's Gordon and Jokic, and it's Murray in at the point guard. It's Porter outside. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. 7 points in the game.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Doncic feeling it out. Oh, James flushes in the alley-oop.
And how about the out-of-this-world athleticism? LeBron can finish just about any alley-oop with authority. Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
The Nuggets hitting their third free throw shot of the game.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
Doncic powers it home.
And guys, the intelligence is evident. When the pick comes, Doncic often makes the right read.
Brown the pass to Porter. Here's Brown. Back to Porter. Doncic with the steal. And Doncic with a clear path to the hoop. Oh, Doncic getting it done in transition.
And inside, Luka knows the bucket is there, so he is willing to fight for it.
Pass to Brown. And here's Gordon. Now here's Porter. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's foul number 2 for him. Hayes, he's checked in for the Lakers.
Coming into the floor.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Lakers have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. Murray against Doncic. They get the rebound to the middle. And it's Connect in the corner. Just 5 to shoot. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Off target from outside. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. What's great about Jokic, GA, is he can put up MVP numbers, and he's got a little personality to him, doesn't he?
He does. You can tell he just loves life. He loves everything he does, especially when he's on the floor, making his teammates better.
And another miss by Denver. LA has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And stolen by Murray. Pass to Brown. From outside, off the mark.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Reeves, left side. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. There's a screen. The drive by LeBron. James absorbing hits on the clock.
You want to talk about grown man strength? You want to talk about big boy basketball? LeBron James just accepting the punishment and getting it done.
Gordon, the pass to Brown. On the wing, Porter. To end the drought. A three-pointer is right on target. Brown's got 8 points.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Doncic outside. Pass to LeBron. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Richard, you've watched LeBron James over the years. His approach never wavers. It never changes.
He is all business all the time, on the court, off the court. The consistency of his focus and mental toughness is unbelievable.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Lakers. Vanderbilt comes in for Connect, and then for Denver. Sharch checked in for Aaron Gordon. Peyton Watson comes in for Christian Brown. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Jamal Murray. Back to Jokic. Over Finney-Smith. 2 points. That one goes. Jokic has got it all tied up now for the Nuggets.
There is no chance that this game is tied up without his offensive firepower.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Now Reeves. He has 5. Back to Doncic. Forcing his way inside. Doncic.
Once Doncic gets inside with the ball, he's halfway there. Then he just uses his strength to finish the job.
Sharch looking around. And here's Jokic. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Lakers ahead. Up. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And two teammates on the same page. Woo.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. In it forward for them, it's James and Hachimura. Austin Reeves out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 5 down low. That's the Laker 5. Doncic against Murray. Doncic passes to Hachimura. And it's denied. And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession. Los Angeles making a switch here. Connects, checked in. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. Denver grabs the miss. Pass to Watson. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Watson the screen. Brown the pass to Westbrook. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Brown's shot is off.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
Eye-popping talent from Doncic. We don't see many players with his size and skill set.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Look, they're getting good looks inside. It's been a point of emphasis all night long, but I love this hard-nosed attitude of this team.
And another thing, the defense didn't clog the lanes. They took full advantage with their ability to attack the paint on a lot of those possessions.
Reeves with it. Westbrook picks him up. Los Angeles with another miss.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
Murray outside. Back to Westbrook. Now, here's Watson. He's guarded closely. From deep. Westbrook, no good.
Yeah, that's a shame, because I'm not sure the defense will let him get a shot that good again very soon.
Hachimura finds Doncic. Saric grabs the board. The Nuggets trail by 5. And here's Westbrook from the arc. And it's Finney Smith with the rebound. Finney Smith's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Murray against Doncic. Pass to Hachimura. No one near Reeves as he lets it go. Hits it from three-point range. Reeves has got the lead up to 8 now for the Lakers. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. Jackson Hayes, he's checked in for Los Angeles. LeBron comes in for Hachimura. And then for Denver, Jokic has checked in for Saric. Gordon comes in for Peyton Watson. And it's Michael Porter in for Russell Westbrook. Reeves outside. In the corner, it's James. And it's Connect in the corner. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon. And here is Los Angeles now. Doncic outside. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And Hayes throws it down.
He's just adept at gutting the defense in these sets. Give Doncic a passing lane, and he'll thread the needle.
Murray, the pass to Brown. And they get it. The Nuggets with another miss.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Up top, Reeves. Back to James. Shot clock at 6. From past the arc. It's hauled in by Jokic.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Porter with it. He's picked up by Doncic. Fires the three. And there's Porter on the assist by Gordon.
Just sensational form and touch on display from Porter. When he gets any room to shoot from deep, he's looking to fire.
Pass to LeBron. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Nuggets ball.
There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Gordon for three. It's good. And now they trail by just 4.
A tremendous display of poise from Gordon. Refused to let the moment get too big.
LeBron kicks to Doncic. Reeves outside. Back to Doncic. 6 to shoot. James a screen on Murray. And it's connect in the corner. Over Gordon. And again, no good by the Lakers. Jokic finds Gordon. There's Porter with the three. Doesn't go for it. And so it's the Lakers who come out on top here. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges. But
thank you, David. And that about wraps it up. Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching tonight's game.
At small forward.
Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
So let's take a look at the Los Angeles Lakers starting lineup. Austin Reeves out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Hayes. Then there's LeBron James. And it's Connect in at the small forward position. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Oh, deflected. Williams finds Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 to shoot. And Hartenstein slams it in.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. James, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Reeves. Launches it. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. The kick out to Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Driving to the basket. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, we've talked so much about Gilgeous-Alexander's athleticism. This is the reason why, on display.
And coming off a major injury, Chet Holmgren was unbelievable in his first full season, Brent.
Doesn't it feel like BA, he poured the concrete and a solid foundation for what his career is going to be all about? I mean, a terrific big with skill, size, toughness. The sky is the limit for this guy.
Now here's Doncic. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Pass to Hayes. Back to Doncic. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Doncic missing. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Williams from long range. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
And he gets it to go.
Look, with the size and athleticism of LeBron James, it gives you more problems than the math book.
Williams finds Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. The shot off that time. The Lakers have gone 1 of 5 to start things off. Here's Reeves. Got it. Good job in the low post. And it's a tie ball game.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That one on Doncic. And over the last few years, SGA has emerged as an all-NBA level player, Brent. What's been the key to his success?
I think the key, BA, to him is his confidence. I think that he feels like he is overlooked on a nightly basis and does not get the respect he deserves. So he comes in with that chip on his shoulder, and he plays the entire game, coming at any defense that people throw at him.
Holmgren with the block.
And you can't forget about Holmgren's reach, especially when he's nearby on defense.
Hartenstein with a screen on Reeves. Dort, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. The Lakers trail. Pass to James. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Hartenstein pulls it in.
Let's hope for his sake that he does not try that one ever again.
Dort's shot is good.
And you love it when Dort gets that kind of momentum and is charging towards the basket. Not many people want to get in his way.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Mark Dagnall gave me a few minutes to catch up with him, and I asked about LeBron James and how his team plans to stop him. He said, I told our guys that we can't give him any lanes to the rim, because when that happens, everything else in his game opens up. We need to plug every avenue to the basket. Guys, let's see if they're able to execute this strategy.
Allie, thank you. And stolen by Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
26 seconds left now in the first quarter. Finney-Smith, a screen. Reeves, the pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Reeves. From behind the arc. It falls. He's now 2 of 5 from the field.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Dort for 3. Doesn't go that time. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's the Thunder. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from what we've seen from Oklahoma City, what's your take so far?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
Alex Caruso is out there with Aaron Wiggins. Then it's Isaiah Joe. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Williams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Oklahoma City, getting going in the second. And here's Caruso outside. Knocks down the long J.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Lakers trail by 5. And last season, Brent, many believe that SGA was deserving of the MVP award.
Well, he made such a strong case, BA. I mean, finishing in the top 3, that is remarkable. He led that young Thunder team, again, to the #1 seed in the Western Conference and averaged 36 and 5. He also led the league at 2 steals per game. What a season.
Joe on the wing, guarded by Vanderbilt, and Williams punches it home.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. On the wing, Reeves. He's got 5. Vincent outside. Vanderbilt, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Vanderbilt. Here's Vincent. The Thunder with the rebound.
He's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Back to Caruso. Let's go with a 3. And can't get it. He's now 1 of 3. Lakers trail by 7. Vincent left side. Uses the glass on the layup.
Always a good possession when you can get that kind of look.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Pass to Caruso. Now here's Wiggins. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Guarded by Vanderbilt. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Vanderbilt.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Hartenstein, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Dort comes in for Joe. James is checked in for the Lakers. Cadet comes in for Vincent.
And you have a guard like Gilgeous-Alexander that fights inside. It can add some spunk to your team.
Physical play by LeBron inside. Well, Brent, there's some players who never stop talking trash on the court. Was that distracting to you?
Not really, B.A. That's kind of the fun part of the game when somebody's trying to get under your skin a little bit. If it's not just playing defense and it comes with a little chit-chat, that sometimes draws your attention and makes you focus a little bit more.
Here's Connect. No points so far. And here's James. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be heading to the line for a pair. You know, Grant, after losing in the first round last season, it felt like changes were inevitable for the Lakers.
Yeah, making the playoffs isn't enough for that franchise. They are all about championship success, and anything short of that is a failure.
Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Williams comes in for Caruso, and the Lakers also making a change. Doncic checked in. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. A big triple! Gilgeous-Alexander!
Well, the focus here from SGA at the arc. He hates to waste those opportunities.
Here's Doncic. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Oklahoma City making a switch here. Caruso's checked in. The Lakers also with a sub. Hachimura's checked in. From undrafted to a key rotational player. Lou Dort's story is definitely inspirational, Brent.
This guy has worked so hard to make himself into an NBA player. But I will tell you this, B.A., he's never not believed that he wasn't one. And Lou Dort continues to make improvements, and the guys on the team love the way he approaches it.
Oh, my. Tight defense, but Doncic just muscles it in.
Dort outside. The three. It's Dort on the wing. Pass to Williams. Caruso with it. To the left side wing. Holmgren finds Caruso. Now Dort. There's the triple. Out to the wing. The three from Holmgren. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
James. LeBron gets the bucket inside.
The great burst from LeBron that time, attacking the hoop, and the defense didn't even see it.
Caruso outside. Pass to Williams. From outside the arc. Pure from three-point range. And the Thunder lead by 3.
You're leaving him all alone? Good luck. He's going to drill that every time.
Doncic against Caruso. Doncic outside. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Holmgren's got 4 rebounds in the game. Dort for 3. Doncic pulls down the board. And here's Connect outside. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Oklahoma City ahead, leading by 3. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. You have to like what we're seeing from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, he played such a smart first half, maximizing his opportunities offensively.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
And the Lakers, looking at who they've got Hayes, Austin Reeves out there with Luka Doncic. Then it's Connect, and it's James in at the 4-man position. And stolen by Holmgren. And they're pushing it up. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
And the quickness in transition. I mean, I like watching Williams convert in these situations.
Has to Connect. The 3-ball. Hartenstein pulls it in. Hartenstein's got 6 rebounds in the game. Williams finds Hartenstein. Back to Williams. And here's Hartenstein. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Lakers ball.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Gilgeous-Alexander against Doncic. The shot by Reeves, no good.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Back to Holmgren. Dort outside, fires for 3. Rebounded by the Lakers. Hayes has got 6 rebounds here tonight. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Takes a 3. That one's good from James on the assist by Reeves. James has got 10 points in the game. Pass to Dort. It's Hartenstein, high post. Gilgeous-Alexander against Reeves. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Ooh, SGA right
Revenge. Alexander coming right back for 3 of his own.
Doncic with it. 5 points in the game. He shoots it. Holmgren with the block. Doncic against Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort for 3. Rebound, the Lakers. Down low. And stolen by Williams. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. A quick step bucket by Shea.
He's making plays all over the floor. Gilgeous-Alexander will not be stopped.
Well, it's rare to see a young player as efficient as Jalen Williams, Brent.
Yeah, it's been remarkable, especially when you factor in that this guy is relied on for a lot of shooting. His shooting volume is very high. This is a blossoming star for this team, and I'm not sure we can put a ceiling on what that potential is.
And we're going to have a jump ball. And they'll get another chance. For 3, James. There, LeBron for 3.
And LeBron continues to self-dial himself. Look at him, he's in a groove.
Pass to Holmgren. Fires the 3. Connects from downtown. Holmgren's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
James brings the double team. And stolen by Hayes. This one for 3. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Holmgren's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. Pass to Williams. Shot clock at 5. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing, guarded by Doncic.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Now Reeves lets a 3 fly. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists in the game.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Williams' shot is good.
And he is stronger than he looks, trust me. I mean, Williams has the bulk to win those tough battles inside.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The shot by James, no good.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Wiggins comes in for Holmgren. Joe's checked in for Dort. And it's Alex Caruso in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Williams. It's stolen. Outside Reeves. Here's Vincent. And Los Angeles, another 3. Oh, he drains the 3. But let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. Well, we thought the third.
The previous play is under review.
Officials are going to review the play. They're trying to see if he released the ball before the buzzer or not.
And, of course, they want to make sure it was the right call, but I'm not sure how.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And the ruling is in. The call stands. No bucket. So no change in the score as we end the... And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Their play has earned them a nice lead, one they'll look to build on as the game continues. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. 3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren the 4, Hartenstein the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup for Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Now Vanderbilt defending.
He gets really smooth sometimes. Gilgeous-Alexander has some size. He challenged the defense with it that time.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
I mean, they played some beautiful basketball all game. The passing has been impressive, and it's opened up things with their ball movement.
And it seemed like throughout this game, right after the jump ball, they've just been feeling it from distance, getting all the looks they want and continuing to take advantage of that three-point line.
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Some changes for Los Angeles. Hayes is checked in for Finney Smith. Reeves comes in for Vanderbilt. And Doncic has subbed in for Vincent. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what J.J. Redick was going over with his team. He told his guys to up their aggressiveness on the defensive end, saying this game is all about who can get stops right now. I need you guys to bring some more energy on defense. That's how we get this win, guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie. No good on that one.
And Doncic is a walking triple-double threat. His versatility and confidence is really special.
And he sinks the second. Oklahoma City leading by 6. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Hartenstein. To the inside. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. The offensive rebound. To the middle. Intercepted. James with the ball. Now Gilgeous-Alexander defending. And James gets it to go.
Showing some muscle on the interior. You can see why they go to him at this stage of the game.
Dort outside. Holmgren against James. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. It's tipped. Doncic feeling it out a bit. Driving inside. James passes to Reeves. And here's Connect outside. Offensive rebound. Hey, shot's good.
And just an important bucket down the stretch. This is when his focus becomes razor sharp.
Well, great timing as well. Swiss watch kind of moments. Fourth quarter, close game. That could have been a 4-point swing.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shea with a step and slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And Gilgeous-Alexander has that length to be able to extend up to the rim.
James, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Out to James. Six on the shot clock. Holmgren with the block. They get it back. And it's Connect missing. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule.
And not the guy that you want to put at the line in these moments. He's not missing these.
Oklahoma City leading by 5. Dort outside. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Puts it up from 15. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Hayes has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. James. Ooh, Williams with the block.
And Williams getting his timing just right on the block. Defending with purpose.
Pass to Holmgren. Outside, Williams. And Luka Doncic is going to pick up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. 13 foul.
1:52 left to play in the fourth. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Doncic pulls down the board. And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. James deciding where to go with it. Great D that time from Holmgren.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
James outside. 1:10 left in the fourth quarter of this one. LeBron on the go. Misses from close range. Thunder leading by 7. Williams into the lane. And that's his third miss in 7 attempts.
Things aren't looking good here. I mean, they need points, and they need them now.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away.
Cash. And now they trail by just 4.
Clutch play by Doncic. He's been doing this since he was a kid.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. Oh, the determination from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Say it with me now. SGA. Get it done.
This James on the wing. Puts up a 3. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
He's fallen into a bit of a slump this quarter. How quickly things can turn.
Holmgren finds Williams. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And it's an 8-point Thunder lead.
We talk about Williams' versatility as a scorer. He can get his points from just about any spot on the floor.
The Thunder take the win. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference.